Good Saturday morning, cartoon fans. It is I, Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes Critic, and we are watching a cartoon that, I bring up Saturday morning every time in my intros here. But this cartoon is a staple of Saturday morning. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s, This was one of those ones that, all the major networks, whatever their iteration of Looney Tunes was, they played the hell out of this one. And I get why. It's a great cartoon, but it's absolutely everywhere. Everybody loves it. In fact, Nicholas H. loves it. Nicholas H. is the gentleman who requested that I do this commentary for this cartoon. So, Nicholas, I understand why you love this cartoon, but I can also tell you that you're in very good company, and I don't mean me. I mean the members of the animation industry in 1994, because those good people voted it number 12 on the list of 50 greatest cartoons of all time. So, Nicholas, you have great taste. Yes.
How do? Welcome to my shop. Let me cut your mop. Let me shave your crop. Daintily, daintily.
I had to include that because there's no way I could talk over that and everybody watching wouldn't be singing that with, over whatever I say. We all know this cartoon, and we definitely know the lyrics. I have my finger on the board here so that I can keep it kind of quiet, because if I hear too much of this, I will just start singing it. Ooh, ouch, 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 ooh, ouch. See? By the way, a lot of that was cut out on ABC. Through a machine.
Oh, where do I get that wabbit?
What would you want with a wabbit?
Can't you see that I'm much sweeter? This cartoon, I'm trying to remember where we had it growing up, because it was on one of the tapes, and it's super available, as a term I like to use, especially on Tinder. But it's super available on there's like a couple of VHSs that it came out on, but none of them sounded like. By the way, that was a censor point right there. Some of the places cut out the gunshot, and you see Bugs, push his butt and tail up to the camera, and then you see Elmer hitting the chair, and they made it look like he butt-butted him, not head-butted, but butt-butted him. He says, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's what happened, because I just saw it. But as I was saying, this is on a number of different things, and the VHSs, I was looking at it on Looney Wikia and also regular Wikipedia. And I gotta tell you, I know we had it, me and my sister, we had it on VHS, and it was on some collection. It wasn't in like a paste up of any kind. And yet, the list of VHSs that they had, that it was on, none of them sounded familiar. So if any of you hardcore collectors out there from back in the day remember, hit me up, because there's and this was at the end of it too. That's the other thing I remember, is that this was the last cartoon of the collection. I don't think it was one of the Looney Tunes video show series, but it very well could have been. Who knows? Those were old times. It was a long time ago. And I do not have the memory. I have the memory of a stoner. I have a lot of things of a stoner. But yeah, This cartoon played. I think I'm just repeating myself at this point. Because I mean, we know this. Everybody knows this cartoon so well, you know. Like it's a staple. It's a staple of these characters. Everyone, you know, this one got a lot of airplay, a lot of heavy rotation. Was on, you know, so many, but not without reason, not without good reason. And this stuff coming up here too with the Figaro fertilizer. For those that dig deep and have been watching my stuff for a long time, the very first kind of interactivity I had with the Peters family and their connection with Chuck Jones came from a Ceracell. This one right here, the Figaro fertilizer. It started with that and that, and I graduated 8th grade, and they, for, you know, a present, they got me a Ceracell from this that showed this part here too, and they got Chuck to sign it, and it was signed on the back by Chuck. So again, even for me on a personal level, this cartoon is just so iconic and so representative of what I love about Looney Tunes, and I associate, even if it's a personal thing, it's such a direct association with something good. As silly as it is, I love stuff like this. This is like why I kind of love Monty Python, because it's smart and silly at the same time. I don't know. What else can you say?
Next.
Yeah, that's basically it. All right, Nicholas. Hope you liked it. See you next week, everybody.